everyone, it's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. This is part two of our little series about what activities or what things are for our seniors to do to really enjoy. Sometimes it's really great to be creative and really try some activities that have been tried and true to other seniors and apply to your own senior loved ones. So, in continuation, we left off that we want to at least make one of the most out of their days. Make it something that they are looking forward to arising the next day. Yes, they're blessed for having another day, but make it that it's not in existence and it's something for them to look forward to. Like, you know, having something on a calendar or something that is planned really not only is fruitful, but the person that's going to enjoy it really has something to look forward to because it's planned. Best activities for seniors, and here's some great ideas. They're safe, they're activities and ideas and programs for seniors and older adults with limited mobility, flexibility that they can try out. One is actually reading. What a great thing for stimulation and book clubs. And sometimes now there is audiobooks that some seniors can enjoy. But maybe them gathering around talking about a book that they're reading together, chapter by chapter, or if they're a little bit more cognitive thinking, that they're reading the book and we're discussing it together. They're reading the book alone. So it's something that, again, is stimulation, something of gathering of activities, and it doesn't require any laborious details, but it does labor the brain. That means it's stimulating the brain. So, in senior living communities, they have this quite often. It's something that maybe you could look into if your senior loved one is not in a senior living community. Maybe a church group or maybe a senior citizen center has such a group that they could join. Walking. Well, if there's limited ambulation, that's something that we have to be very, very careful with, and maybe using an assisted device if they are somewhat sturdy on their two limbs. And maybe a walking group that is guided by somebody is important. So the level of ambulation is very, very important in this because we don't want to have a fall risk or have an incident because they are being encouraged to walk. So we want to make sure their ability to walk is safe and using an assisted device appropriately. And no better way of knowing that is if they're receiving physical therapy and the physical therapist is actually teaching or encouraging walking, but in a safe manner. That using the assisted device, possibly the walker, or maybe even something like a cane, a guided cane, or a four-pronged cane. So this is something, again, very lightly that can be encouraged, but at the same time, we really want to make sure that these are programs that are safe for all. Yes, we want to encourage them, but we don't want to give them false hopes to it as well. Stretching or yoga. I laugh at this because yoga is something my little 2-year-old granddaughter, soon to be 2-year-old granddaughter, is doing with her mommy. And I do have a dear friend that is doing yoga on a regular basis. She's a nurse, and she actually asked me to go along with her. There is all levels of yoga. I laughed at it at first. I'm like, oh, I can't do any of those yoga exercises. I'm not as, how do I want to say, ample to or easy to do it, manipulate my body in doing such things. But you know what? There is all levels of that. There's chair yoga as well too. So having a yoga class is probably something that's very good. Again, in senior living, they do this on a regular basis, but maybe it's something that you could do with your senior loved one, maybe even daily. There's videos on TV that you could actually download and do a yoga class with your senior loved one, and safe at home. Or again, church groups, senior citizen centers might have that. And again, it's being observed. People are being watched for safety reasons. Stretching is always good. Again, if you don't use it, you lose it. Playing board games. Oh my gosh. Wonderful, wonderful. No matter what it is, may it be some thinkable games like I don't want to say just bingo. Yes, that's a board game, but there is other games that adults could do, like a trivia game, like a Trivial Pursuit was very, very popular back in the day. So those board games are great. It actually entices competitiveness, so there's drive to it. Senior living communities do this again on a regular basis. I keep mentioning it because this is part of their life enrichment programs that they encourage people gathering together and doing board games and even puzzles. Wow, dexterity, good eye contact, but doing it together with somebody, how much fun is that? And to see your final product of a beautiful puzzle put together. So, you know, it's all in starting. Some people just buy some puzzles for your loved one to do at home, but you know what? Do it with them. That makes even the exercise even more enjoyable. Even board games, there's Pokino, there's a Yahtzee, there's so many games that our older generation loves to do, but they can't do it by themselves. So encourage it, or if they're in a senior living community, make sure that they join them. Another activity, again, is something that you have to make sure that is safe for them, is dancing and simple calisthenics. Again, dancing is great. Line dancing or just, them doing the twist. Again, ambulation and steadiness and being able to stand maybe with some assisted device is encouraged, but moving and that circulation is wonderful. You could dance sitting. You could dance, you're moving your arms, you're moving your legs. You could do all these things. So putting on an old favorite song at home and dance to it encourages them as well too. And again, senior living communities, they usually have these activities on a regular basis as well too. Another activity is cooking. If it's a daily task, it is something that could be cumbersome for some senior loved ones that maybe if they have dementia, they're forgetting things on the stove or, leaving it lit without nothing on it, especially for a gas range. So think about the preciseness of using this activity and may be applying it to certain one of your senior loved ones. There is cooking classes in senior living communities. A lot of senior living communities, they have actual little kitchenettes that could do some, small cooking. Some actually have large apartments that actually have a full stove, actually a full refrigerator. So this you have to take into consideration is cooking could be difficult, but if you're doing it with them as an activity or having them partake in the cooking and dinner preparation process is really, really good. Maybe snapping the peas, getting the vegetables ready, getting the salad ready, dicing some things, of course, being careful that they're able to do that with knives and all. But getting them to do something what we consider like a daily task is something that they feel involved in, that they like to do again, because they're helping you as well too. So it's a good idea. Gardening. Oh, well, we can't do gardening like we used to when we were younger, getting down on our knees and digging. I get it. I totally get it. But, gardening for our seniors, there is the tabletop gardening, planting plants, of course, and doing some sprucing up of plants is very much utilized in senior living. Even the memory care units are doing that. And what's great about that, they see the fruits of their labor prospering and blooming. That can be done at home, definitely. Outside in treacherous weather or that very hot weather, I don't encourage that. But doing some potted plants around the kitchen table that they're helping you with is something that you both can partake in. And how rewarding after seeing it bloom. Then also watering the plants is some activity, continuing sprucing, cutting off stems or dead branches or dead leaves is something that can be done on a regular basis. So it's gardening in motion. Crafting. Uh, this one's really dear to my heart because a lot of my clients, I have spoken regarding this with their family members. Crocheting, knitting, needlework. A lot of seniors had done that in the past, and then maybe they're not able to get to the store to get their yarn or materials. But I've seen so many seniors flourish in adult family care homes, residential care homes, and even the larger assisted living communities, because guess what? They weren't doing it alone, but now in a group that they're crocheting maybe for a cause. Baby blankets for the local hospital or lap blankets for shut-ins is something that they are doing their crafts for someone else. A lot of craft exercises are great for holiday times. Each holiday, you could do a craft with your senior loved one. Right now, it's Valentine's Day planning. So, writing out Valentine's cards, maybe actually making a Valentine's craft. You know what? The youngins do that, don't they, in school? So, why can't our seniors do that as well, too? So, crafts are a wonderful, wonderful idea to really get involved in. Again, they see the fruits of their labor. They can share their crafting with somebody else. And today is to fill your heart with art, actually celebrated today. So all the different arts, there may be painting, and there might be sketching, needlework, or any of those arts be hands-on, but maybe the music arts is something that they are involved in. So again, age does not have a barrier when it comes to art. So enjoy it. It actually stimulates, actually is provides togetherness, and more importantly, it actually stimulates creativity. So it's a good thing. Volunteering is wonderful. A lot of seniors volunteer and help out the generation below them. A lot in the hospital, a lot at the schools. Just because you are a senior or an elder doesn't that mean that you do not offer anything to the younger generations. Your experience and your fortitude in your careers and your line of work. May it be that you're a retired teacher or a retired nurse or a retired military. How not to share that with our youngins? So, volunteering at schools is a wonderful, wonderful giving your history and your know-how to the younger generation. Volunteering at the hospitals is wonderful as well too. Volunteering is very philanthropic. It really helps your soul to volunteer and help somebody maybe not so as fortunate. There's a lot of senior activities in senior living, from karaoke to parties and social gathering, games and puzzles, um, you know, um, actually events that may be, France Day or Italian Day or maybe Mardi Gras or the Valentine's dance. I've known some senior living communities that actually do senior proms. Fun, fun. Again, if I could lay this all out to you more than anything else, is actually planning something so you have something to look forward to with your senior loved one, and they are looking forward to it as well. Nothing better than in inclement weather where there is snow or it's too hot, doing indoor activities. There is so many that can be done. There's coloring books. There is so much to do. Be creative. Think of things out. Just like you were with your children and thought of activities for them, think of activities for your senior loved one. Share life stories. I can't begin to tell you how fruitful and priceless this is. Maybe do once a week. Share something with your mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, and ask them a question. Video it, record it, and keep it in history and a legacy to give to the generations on. But hearing it in their voice or maybe seeing it in a video, what more precious commodity and legacy is that to enjoy, not only doing it together, but for the generations on. I hope these ideas really helped you with your senior loved one. As I said, I'm a big believer in senior living communities because they are something that's available all the time, these activities. So if it's something that you would like to explore with your senior loved one, give me a call. Please go view my website, which is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. There you'll see a whole host of information, that being, you'll see my bio, you'll see all these videos, you'll see various options, testimonials, resources, and so much more. Thank you for viewing. I'll see you in 2 weeks, and we're going to talk about what inclement weather and what it actually does for your body and your soul. So let's talk about that next time. If you want to get in touch with me, send me an email, send me a text, call me, and by all means, I'm here to help you, but also give me ideas what you would like to see in future Tuesday Talks. Thank you, and have a blessed week or two, and I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye now.